Okay, so usually what I do when I call churches, if they are really warm and kind and are just like, well, we don't have the funds right now to help people, I'll be like, well, thank you very much. And then I usually, I'm usually in prayer when I do this, and I thank God for, the kindness and pray that God will bless them. If I have a church that's rude and they're just like, well, we only help members and that's it, see ya. I'm kind of like, yeah, see ya, buddy. And I'm like, God, I pray you will deal with that church. Because, James says, when we say God bless you to people, but we don't want to lift a finger to help them, what good is it? I mean, it's no good if you say you believe in God, but you will not help other people. So I am really big on helping other people as much as you can. Not that you can help everyone, and I just did a video on this yesterday, but we should care. So even a church that says, hold on, let me call the deacons and let them get back to you, or what's going on, how can we help? I had a pastor say, what's going on? And I told him about my marriage and my husband leaving us, his 5 sons, and doesn't want to be married. And he's like, let me pray for you right now. And he's like, marriage is a gift from God. And we know that we live in a broken world. And this is part of the sinful world we live in. And just to have a pastor pray over you, or someone to say, you know what, I don't know that we help, but here's a list of other places that help. So this is kind of like my prayer time too. I'll go through and I'll look at the churches and be like, okay, God, deal with that church, because they're just stingy. A lot of these churches have thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're not afraid to advertise, give, make sure you give your tithe, make sure you give. And they'll go up to people's homes and be like, can you give? Can you give? But they don't want to give back. So, it's all in the church that you go to. So don't, some of them are just like, a lot of them outsource stuff to, excuse me, to other organizations, and they don't have to deal with the people who are poor. And I find that's really not a good tactic for reaching the lost. If you have, like, there's one church that I have recommended them to a lot of people, and they are so much more welcome to come to Christ if they know that other people are willing to help them. We're the hands and feet of Jesus. And if we're showing, just even with a bag of food, that we're willing to help people, they're much more likely to come to your church.